This is your first time coming across my videos. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe and enjoy the video. When you think of the first pioneers of Southern rap, you think of Outkast or Goody Mob. People forget about Kross. They were the first rap artists from Atlanta or the South to have successful commercial careers. They would go on to tour the world, gain millions of fans, and was dubbed teen heartthrobs of the 90s. Every girl had a crush on one of the boys. My crush was Kris Kelly of the group. Kris Kelly was born August 11, 1978, and Kris Smith was born on January 10, 1979. The boys became best friends in the first grade. When they were pre-teens, they would love to hang out at the mall where they would rap and dance, and fate would lead them to meet 19-year-old up-and-coming producer Jermaine Dupri, and the rest was history. Prior to discovering the boys, Jermaine was working with another bad creation, aka ABC, with Michael Bibbins, but for some undisclosed reason, he was let go from working with the boys. Oh, he was pissed. Things happen for a reason. If he wasn't dropped, he probably would not have discovered Kross. We all know how Michael get down. Go watch my 702 video and explain some of his character traits. Jermaine had a chance to redeem himself with Kross, and boy did he. ABC was no more after Kross dropped. After 2 years of training and the boys now 14, they dropped Totally Crossed Out in 1992, produced entirely by Dupri. Totally Crossed Out was released on March 31st that year and sold over 4 million copies in the US alone. It included the hit single Jump, which became the first rap song to top the Billboard 100s for 8 weeks. The music video from the album also experienced major success. The video from the song Jump went #1 on MTV and sold 100,000 copies. The boys became overnight teen sensations. People think they was a one-hit wonder, but they wasn't. The follow-up single, Warm It Up, won a Billboard Award for Best New Artist. The song made it to #14 on the charts the same year as Jump. That was enough to propel the album to multi-platinum status and the boys to the hottest group out. I know ABC and Mike Bibbins was punching the air, and Jermaine was looking at them like,
big mistake. Big. Huge. I have to go shopping now.
Even though Jermaine Group came out on top, he still had a vendetta against the team that dropped him from working with ABC. He started being petty and having Kross diss ABC, like in the song, it's a line that says, wearing your clothes inside out is whack. What they meant by those lyrics is, ABC wore their clothes inside out. Don't get it twisted, ABC did make some noise on the radio in the early 90s. They had hits like Aisha, Playground, and A Jealous Girl. So Jermaine styled his group to wear their clothes backwards with baggy pants. He also named the group Kross. The boys came up with their own name, Mac Daddy and Daddy Mac. Kross started a trend with kids and teens wearing their clothes backwards. It became so popular that Looney Tunes got in on the hype. In the early 90s, Bugs and Taz Kross t-shirts was one of the most iconic moments in the urban and hip-hop pop culture. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing someone wearing one of these t-shirts. I had a few myself and I still got the sweater. As the boys started to become more popular, they gained the attention from the king of pop, Michael Jackson, where they went on to tour with him and appear in his music video Jam. They graced the cover of every popular teen and urban magazine, appeared on different TV shows like A Different World and In Living Color. They also did a lot of different interviews with popular TV hosts like Oprah.
Hey, are you saving it? Well, you know, we save our money, but me and Kris, most of the time, we spend it on clothes and stuff like that.
And late night giant at the time, Arsenio Hall. They also appeared in the movie Who's the Man and made a cameo in TLC and Run DMC music video. Riding off the success of their first album, The pair quickly went back in the studio to record their second album titled The Bomb. It was released August 3rd, 1993. As West Coast gangster rap started to dominate the charts, the group tried a hardcore gangster look to fit in with the new style of hip-hop. The album didn't reach the success of the first album, as many fans wasn't buying their new gangster look and new hardcore lyrics using the N-word. Kinda like how they did MC Hammer. People loved his bubblegum raps and image, but once he went gangster, the fans ran him off the set. Once you're stuck in a certain image, people really can't see you no other kind of way, regardless if you're grown. Reinventing yourself could be a hit or miss. I personally liked the album. My favorite song was Alright and The Bomb. The boys took a 3-year break from music, then came back with their third album titled Young, Rich, and Dangerous in 1996. On this album, the boys have clearly matured into young men and delivered 2 hit singles, Tonight's the Night, which is my favorite Kross song of all time, and Live and Die for hip hop, featuring Da Brat, Aaliyah, and Jermaine Dupri. Despite the good reviews and showing that they had real rapping abilities, this was their least successful album, but the album did go gold. Kross was more laid back in the videos to the song on this album. Fans just couldn't accept them going to the gangster side of rap. First of all, they grew up in Atlanta. They may not have been in the streets because they started showbiz so young, but I can guarantee you they saw people every day who lived that life. They didn't grow up in the suburbs, despite what people may think. That's why I feel they could rap about what goes on in the hood. This album was a masterpiece. Young, Rich, and Dangerous was a really good album. People just wasn't feeling the new grown-up image. What did they expect? For the boys to stay 14 forever? That's the downside of being a child star. Only a few have been able to reinvent themselves into adult stars like Michael Jackson. As the boys got older, they took a break from music and focused on personal interests, like Kris Smith went to college to study music engineer, and Kris Kelly just focused on himself for a moment. Rumors would later start to fly that Kris Kelly had cancer, but it was alopecia, something he had since he was a little kid. Then the duo teamed back up in 2013 to do a So So Def 20-year anniversary concert. The group performed and did it like they never left. Sadly, on May 31st, 2013, Kris Kelly passed away from a drug overdose. No one would have guessed 3 weeks prior that would be the group's last time performing together. Kris had a long history of drug abuse. Paramedics found him unresponsive on his couch. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Kris looked happy and healthy on stage. His longtime best friend and band member took his passing pretty hard and still take it hard until this day. Kris was only 34 years old. I wish they could have dropped more music. They had a lot of unreleased music that never came out. Here are some fun facts about Kross. Kris Kelly is rumored to have dated Chili from TLC when he was 14 and she was 21. Kris' mom actually confirmed this in an interview. Das Dillinger said he saw Kris Kelly making out with Jada when he was 15 and she was 21. All this is alleged, you guys. In 1993, they had a campaign with Sprite and they recorded their own rap song and appeared in the commercial for the brand. They also had their own video game called Kross Make My Video for the Sega CD console. It was number 18 on the worst video games of all time. And they wasn't the first group with both members having the first name Kris. Both members of Kid and Play also shared the first name Kris as well. And last but not least, they were listed number 90 on VH1, the greatest kid stars of all times. Some people might think this group was just a fad, but they wasn't. They set records, started trends, and have timeless rap music. This group will never be forgotten. Rest in peace, Kris Kelly. Thank you for taking the time out your day to watch my videos, and jump in the comments and let me know what your favorite Kross song is of all times. Until next time.